Yo, what's going on, animated? How you doing? Whoa. Yo, Hagen, how's it going? Getting some early. I literally just turned on the stream. How y'all doing? Yeah, animated technically grabbed that. Grabbed the first. But man, yeah, Hagen and animated popped in here real quick. Damn, bro, I didn't even get time to sit down before you two came in here. Oh, you have the notifications on. That's funny though. People actually have notifications on for my channel. That's awesome. Yeah, bro, Hagen. Yeah, I do need to. Very nice, man. Yeah, I appreciate it. You guys are great. Y'all doing anything? Anything today? What day is it? Is it Saturday? Hold on. Or is it Sunday? Oh, it's Sunday. Sorry, dude. Since I'm a handyman, so like, I don't work typical Monday through Friday. Um, you know, so I don't I don't always remember what day it is. I just woke up to the notification that you're live. Hell yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's right. Homie's doing jujitsu. Oh yeah, and then gonna go hang out with some friends. That's awesome. That's awesome. I so I got a I have I so I have like new content coming, and basically what that is. Thank you for the like, by the way. So I got some new content coming, and basically what that is it's like a variation of some of the content, the POV rides that I've been doing. You went to the barber for the first time yesterday. Is it going to be your main barber? You can keep going back to that one. So I'm uploading it. I'm uploading it today, so it'll be live sometime later today. It's about an hour long POV, but basically, what I did is um, I used an app called Ride with GPS, and it's basically just like looking at a GPS map, um, but it's more so like instead of being made for cars and vehicles, it's made for bicycles or like cyclists, whatever. Which I guess technically bikes can be vehicles. Do I have real motorcycles? No, I do not. I don't have any. I don't have any like actual motorcycles or anything like that. Um, yeah, no. I'm also not familiar with riding riding on like I can drive manual transmission cars all day, but I haven't messed with dirt bikes or motorcycles. But um, I basically planned out like a 20-mile route on this GPS app, and it goes through like back alleys and neighborhoods and trails and everything. And yeah, it's about 20 miles. Takes about an hour or so. I know, it's so bad. I don't have a motorcycle. I legit wouldn't have anywhere to put it. Like, I already have my truck parked over here, and you can't have well, over here in my apartment at least, you can't have more than one vehicle. Hello, everybody. Thank you. Let's see. Animated says I have a gas mini bike, and my neighbor's is full of Karens, so I have almost gotten the cops called on mine. But I also have had a lot of people ask where to get it. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty much the reaction for a lot of motorcycles or mini bikes. Is I mean, you either have people that think they're really cool, or you kind of have Karens. Um, and I feel like the e-bikes kind of add a third category to that. Like, there's definitely, like, I've ran into a couple, Karens or whatever. But honestly, it's I feel like on something like this, from a distance, you kind of just think it's like a, I don't know, maybe you still think it's like a bicycle or something, and it still has pedals on it. But I mean, like, yeah, like Jason says, you can rev it. Like, you can't really rev, like, you can rev these electric bikes, but you're not doing the sound that people like a lot of the times. Now, that can be a plus or a minus. You know what I'm saying? Like, I enjoy the fact that I can go out at like midnight or 2 a.m. and rev this thing as much as I want, and I won't wake anyone up. Like, I can be behind your house in your back alley going 50 miles an hour for some reason, and no one's going to know. I like that. I like that a lot. What's going on, skating snow? How's it going, man? Yeah, some kid got a Talaria, and got cops called on him in my neighborhood. Oh my God. Okay, so homie will still get the cops called on you. Now, see, like, that is a major reason why I do not want to get something like the E-Ride or the Talaria or the Suron. Okay, so I like, as stupid as it is to say, like, the pedals. I think that, I don't know, man. I feel like what's going on. If I didn't say it already, good morning, my friend. Um, I don't know. I just feel like the pedals add just a little bit of leeway to things. Like, you can't even like fake pedal if you really want to on a Talaria or something like that, or like a Suron. Let's see. I'm gonna read these comments right quick. Yeah, can I do a burnout? I could probably do a burnout on this orange one because I have the brakes disabled. So, like, I could hold the front brake and then hold the accelerator on the rear. Hold on. What happened? Hagen said I fell off my e-bike and did 2 tumble rolls. Are you okay? Yeah, okay. You think he said okay? He says peace. I'm okay. Yeah, dude. I just saw somebody fall off their bike the other day, and they no, no, it wasn't their palm. They were bleeding down both of their knees. How's the bike? How is your bike? Dude, I hear this in the biking community so much. Somebody's like, I fell and broke my arm, and they're like, okay, but did the bike make it? How's the bike doing? No, I'm just kidding. You're more important, Hagen. You're more important than the bike. Um, it's still moving. Like, you probably got to do maintenance on it or what? Bro, speaking of maintenance, oh my God, dude, I have to go. Oh my God, like, I don't want to do it, but I gotta go take my G100 Pro to the storage unit again, and just, I don't know, dude. I gotta mess with the rear brake yet again. It's just kind of getting annoying. The jits and fat tire. Animated says I ran out of gas yesterday. Almost had my bike stolen by a group of high schoolers. Damn, bro. Yeah. Oh, bro. The youth can be, I don't know. I guess kids will go one way or the other. I feel like teens these days are either just real chill or just a straight menace. Cheers, friends. They'll do anything to fit in with the people they want to be friends with. Yeah, and there's something to be said about, like, you can break that down on a real level for a second, because what that, this is just some coffee, my friend. It's just some good old coffee, black bean water. I just drank my coffee black, as you can see. It's almost as black as the cup itself, but I like the bitter taste of coffee. No, I mean, I think there's something to be said on a deeper level about the whole wanting to do anything to fit in with people they want to be friends with, because what I see right there is that you may not have your own personality or ego or whatever, right? Like, you may not know exactly who you are. And so you just kind of want to cling to different people's personalities. And I mean, you just grow up and find out who you are. So, let's see. Electric Storm, how's it going? What's going on, brother? I'm doing just fine. I am just enjoying some coffee on this fine morning before I figure out what I'm going to do for today. I don't know if I'm going to actually head out on a ride. I might actually do a ride on this just to kind of get some POV footage done. Let's see. Brendan says, have you been pulled over on the G100 Pro? Ordered one last Monday, still on its way here. It should arrive soon. And no, I have not been pulled over on the G100 Pro. I have ridden in front of cops, behind cops, next to cops. I've been on the sidewalk. I've been in the middle of the road. I've ridden during the middle of the day. I've ridden at night. And I personally have not had any issues with police whatsoever. Now, that's not to say I probably won't ever, but can I do the vlog live? See, homie says, do you celebrate Halloween or not? Yeah, dude, Halloween's one of the holidays that I typically enjoy. I mean, I always celebrated Halloween growing up. Although as an adult, right now I'm 30. As an adult, there's not a whole lot. Like, I'm not going out trick-or-treating. And if I'm not going to a party or something, then I have no reason to really dress up, But I like cosplay. Not that I've ever cosplayed, but I do like cosplay. I like anime. I like video games. I grew up on a lot of the mainstream stuff. Dragon Ball Z, Bleach, Naruto, like a lot of the, One Piece. One Piece is my, dude, I carry my One Piece, tag with me everywhere I go, because I just love Luffy's spirit of adventure. That's, he's always so positive. Anyway, let me answer some of these. Hagen says, can I do the vlog live? I do need to figure out how to do that, because I do actually have a action camera that can record in like 4K 60 FPS live. So I need to figure out how to do that, because it would be pretty cool. Animated says, yeah, do you celebrate Halloween or not? Yes, well, I think I just explained that. Yeah, Brendan said that was my main concern with the cops. Let's see. I drink Just Black by Black Rifle Coffee Company. Yeah, dude, that's not bad at all. Do you watch Fruit Basket? I watched Fruit Basket I feel like I watched Fruit Basket 15 years ago. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Fruit Basket is something that I've known for a very long time, but I don't remember a whole lot about it. I think Fruit Basket was one of those slice of life style animes. And I mean, yeah, dude, I've been about slice of life style animes, because I mean, if I'm gonna be very real, the world is just crazy. It's been crazy since I was young. It's crazy right now. I've had to I've had to watch my father try to commit suicide. I've been through the depression. I've been homeless. Things have just been crazy, and so to find a little bit of peace in life, those slice of life animes can definitely help out a little bit. You know what I mean? Just calming, relaxing music, dude. That's one of the reasons why I play a lot of lo-fi, is because I can't just be listening to angry music all the time. Anyway. Let's see. Anyway, it says, yeah, I might celebrate it, but I go all out. Like, I might buy a 15-foot animatronic from Home Depot. Dude, no, that's awesome. See, like, I would like to buy stuff like that. Like, I put, like, decorations up on my front door or something like that. And, like, maybe I'll leave, like, a Halloween decoration or two, like, up around year-round, like, maybe inside. But I don't have, like, I'm just in an apartment right now, so I don't have anywhere I could put a 15-foot animatronic. That would be really dope, though. Let's see. Brendan says, is it possible to get it registered as a moped, or is that not really needed? So you probably could get this registered as a moped. In fact, I think that is the route that it goes. But the thing is that the moment you register this as a moped, not that you really can right now, but like I ride this bike around on the sidewalks and on the green belts, and the moment you get it registered as a moped and you put a license plate on the back right here, that's where it's like, okay, the moment you have a license plate on it, you can't be riding around on the sidewalks, or whatever, in the grass. And that's where I'm like, I don't really want to go get the thing registered, Besides, like, I don't know, the way I'm thinking about this is that, like for example, this bike right here, like, I basically built this bike. Like, for all intents and purposes, I've built this bike from the ground up. All of the electronics are mine, the motor's mine, the controller's mine. Literally just the frame is left over from what I bought from Happy Run. Like, everything on this bike is brand new. From the throttle, to the screen, to the wires, to the brakes, to the tires, to the motor. All of it is something that I put on it. So it's like basically if you took a Toyota Corolla, right, and then you just gutted the engine and the tires and you made it into a manual transmission, and like everything, right, and then you got pulled over, right? It's like, what would the officer say, right? Do you have a Toyota Corolla? Like here's a legit question, right? It's the Ship of Theseus almost style question. Not exactly, but like, yeah, if you take a Toyota Corolla and you put like a Mustang V8 5.0 engine in it, make it manual transmission, give it dual exhaust, and give it 20-inch tires, okay, do you still have a Toyota Corolla? Like, what would the police officer say? That's my equivalent thinking right here, okay? I took a 750-watt bike and I basically changed everything about it, right? Now it doesn't necessarily conform to the brand, but if you look the brand up, you're gonna see that, hey, it's a completely legal bike. Let's see. Hold on, I think I was missing some of these. You should watch The Silent Voice. I'll have to look that up. Let's see, Animated says, I have a lot of air-blown inflatables. Oh yeah, that's nice. Those are easy to put up. You can just store them away. I'm so sorry to hear about your dad. It breaks my heart. You had to witness that. It's okay. It builds us and makes us grow. What type of action cameras do you have? Any other recommendations for POV writing? So Electric Storm, the action cameras that I use are, specifically I use I use 3 action cameras, but really I just mainly use 2. For almost all of my POV writing footage where you're seeing, my POV, that is recorded on a DJI Osmo Action 3. An Osmo Action 3. Okay? Very good. Like, I think that camera is immaculate. It is very, very, very good. The only thing that I found that the DJI Osmo Action 3 struggles in is nighttime footage, which is why I dropped several $100s more to get the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro, because the 5 will record nighttime pretty decent, like pretty well. So, I mean, I'm, like, if I didn't have this channel, I wouldn't have a use for any of this stuff, aside from, like, personal documenting. But I don't know. I'm probably going to die one day, 70, 80, 90 years old, whatever the age is. And I kind of would like 40 years worth of YouTube videos to be up showing that I'm not a complete piece of shit or something. I don't know. Let's see. But yeah, what cameras do I use? DJI Osmo Action cameras. I also have a more budget friendly camera that I use for some of my extra footage if I want to, I don't know, feel frisky that day. It's called the Speed 50. It's called the Speed 50 action camera. It's a budget action camera, but it still records 4K 60 FPS, very very crisp image. It has image stabilization. It's a very very good action camera, I would say. The only reason that I didn't stick with that camera, it even records 5K, 5.7K. But the reason that I did not stick with the Speed 50 action camera was because it did not work with the external microphones, and I was really trying to get my noise reduction down with the wind and stuff. Let's see. Yeah, Brendan says, just tell the cops it's a 750 watt if pulled over, I guess. Yeah, that's sick. I've seen a video where you put 4 batteries on it. Oh, yeah. I did indeed have 4 batteries on it at one point. Does it have a higher top speed with all that? No, it does not. The G100 Pro is locked. The G100 Pro is locked at 50 miles an hour. I'm sure if I put like an 84 volt battery on there, it might. Hey, you have a good one at jiu-jitsu, bro. I'll see you later, animated. I'm sure if you put like an 84 volt battery on there, like you might actually get a little bit more top speed. But the thing is number one, I'm pretty sure that the controller that's built on there probably won't handle 84 volts, because 84 is going to go up to 96 volts on a full charge. So, peace, man. Yeah. So basically, just adding all the extra batteries onto this bike right here, you're just increasing range, right? Like, it's not good. Yeah, 50 is still crazy fast, dude. I don't even go 50 almost. I don't know, dude. Like, I rarely ever go 50. It's basically like, I'll basically sit in pedal assist mode. There's 5 pedal assist modes, and I'll basically sit in pedal assist mode 4 almost all the time, which has like a 30 something mile an hour speed limit. And then the moment I hop onto like a main road with cars or something, right, where the speed limit's like 40, 45, then I'll go into pedal assist mode 5 and I'll, get it up to like 45, 50 miles an hour. But if I'm in like a residential neighborhood, like there's no reason to be going 50 miles an hour. Let's see, on just the 2 batteries, how many miles on a charge? What was it? With 2 batteries on this bike, I could probably do another legit range test, but if I recall correctly, the first range test that I did on this bike, it was, so there's 2 factors that you need to consider. One, are you fully gunning the throttle like all the way? Thank you very much for the likes and everything. Are you fully gunning it the whole time, or are you like kind of pacing yourself? Because obviously if you're gunning it really hard, you're going to have a lower range. So I'm going to give you 2 range numbers for the G100 Pro that's stock with the 2 batteries. So if you're completely, like, if you're just gunning it in like the pedal assist mode 5 everywhere, you're probably going to get maybe like 30 miles. Like you might get like 25, 30 miles of 50 mile an hour range going uphill, lots of stop and go, lots of that. You'll probably get about 30 miles. If you're not gunning it everywhere at top speed, and there's not all uphill and it's not always constantly stopping and going, you might be closer to like 60, maybe 60 or 70 miles. And you would have to, maybe be going closer to between 20 and 35 miles an hour as opposed to 40, 45, 50 miles an hour. But I mean, when you double all that, right? Because I mean, essentially, when I have 4 batteries on the bike, I'm more than doubling the battery capacity. Um, oh shoot. Let's see. Electric Storm says, "Can you wheelie any of the bikes?" I mean, can I? Yes. Can I successfully without harming myself? No. This bike right here will throw me off of the bike. It's done it like several times. Like, yes, my name really is Sasha. Um, yeah, this bike right here, the G100 Pro, it's got a 6,000 watt motor, 3,000 nominal, 6,000 watt peak. This one will throw you off of the bike. I have looped it before, and it's just, yeah, I have looped it before, and it's thrown me completely off of the bike. I actually did it down here in the grass, which I'm happy that happened in the grass. Anytime I've ever fallen down on this bike right here, it's been because I went through the grass, or tried to do a wheelie. I never want to crash that bike on the concrete, because the moment I wreck this bike, like the moment this bike Sasha is a boy name is crazy. So one thing to keep in mind on that, and I take no offense, because you probably just don't know. So if you ever heard of the names like Richard or Bob, right? Or like Richard and Dick, right? How Americans have some names that are they how would I say it, like your name might be Richard, okay, but another name for Richard is Dick, right? Like in America, right? That's just how some of our naming conventions work. So in like Russia or Ukraine, right, in some of these more Slavic territories, Sasha means Alexander. They're the same name. They're the same name. So the thing is so like you have Alexander the Great and stuff, and like in history over in that region, they might have been called Sasha the Great, something like that. So it's literally just in America. I know it's not as common to see men named Sasha, but I take great pride in that name. If you look up what Sasha means, it means defender of humanity. And I think that is beautiful. I wouldn't want any other name. I've grown up absolutely ridiculed for my name. People telling me that's a girl's name, that's a sissy's name, you're gay as fuck, you're a faggot, whatever, right? Dude, I am straight. I'm a blue collar man working in Texas. I've been a trucker, a satellite technician. Like I break a lot of stereotypes, just because my name is whatever, so that. Hey, Electric Storm knows 2 people named Sasha. I met one kid whenever I was in high school. So when I was in 9th grade, I finally met one other. Yeah. Whenever I was in high school, I was in 9th grade, and I finally met another Russian Ukrainian kid, right? And he was going to our high school, and now I was born, I'm a first generation American. I was born in the United States. That's why I don't have an accent or anything. Now I was raised by immigrant parents, so like sometimes if I feel like I can't say the right word or something, that I feel like that's just like the growing up with my parents kind of trying to say the right word. I feel like that's just like the language barrier kind of coming in. But right now, I'm speaking very fluent English. Sometimes my brain will word soup, and I really feel like that's just the whole, like, again, growing up with immigrant parents speaking different languages. But I find it beautiful. I love culture everywhere. I love people of all races, all religions, all colors, all backgrounds. Like, I think that it's beautiful to have all of these differences. um, but anyway, homie in ninth grade, um, he was like, kind of like me, but he was born over there, and so he was in America, growing up and whatnot, and he had a hard accent, which, hey, it's cool. Like, that's a cool thing to have whenever you're in school, like a Russian accent or a Ukrainian accent or something like that. But his name was Alexander, right? And his mom, like his parents, also called him Sasha, right? Because again, Alexander means Sasha. They're just an interchangeable name, like Richard and Dick or Bob and whatever. He, uh, he was like, I don't want to be made fun of. I don't want to. He's like, no, 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 it's a girl's name over here in America, and I don't want to be made fun of, and I just want to be called Alexander, and yada, yada, yada. And like, he was saying that while I was there, and I was like, you know what? Like, I'm taking pride in my name. Like, it's totally fine. Totally fine. My name is from a Tabasco product. Hey, dude, it's all good. Tabasco tastes really fucking good. So. Hey, stay safe yourself, Brendan. I appreciate you very much, man. I wish you a happy, peaceful, and fulfilling life, my friend. Hell yeah, get to it, get to it. I need to get riding as well, because I don't want to let this day go to waste. I'm gonna have to drive down to Austin, Texas here in like a day or two, and I'm gonna be there for a few more days, and while I'm down there I can't really do anything, so just made yourself some coffee. Very nice, very nice. I'm approaching the bottom of my cup. Go see the F1 track. It's near. Oh, you're talking about the F1 track in Austin. Yeah, we'll see if I'm working nearby it. All these metroplexes are kind of big, but yeah, we'll see if I'm nearby it. What I've been wanting to do, because I have an electric scooter, what I've been wanting to do is, like, whenever I drive to these other cities, like, I can't really take my bike, like, I can't put my bike in the back of my truck and go, because I have other tools and equipment that I carry in the back of my truck. But like, that electric scooter, it folds down, and like, I could probably get it in my truck, and I feel like that would be a fun thing to try and ride around those inner cities. Now, that'd be a lot more dangerous, though, obviously, like riding around at night on a scooter, easily muggable. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this live stream for now. I'm gonna try and get, I don't know, onto one of these bikes. I'm gonna go try and edit some footage, upload that. I'm gonna get on with the day. Thank you guys very much for being here. I wish you all the best in life, and I'll see you later.